to the point where it was before that game. You know, if it does later today and we find out that it's good news, then he'll go, and if not, we'll roll with Bethel and the rest of the guys.
Looks like Thomas Erlington is out.
Nope.
Okay.
That's not
Looks
the case
like
either.
Dylan Wynn is out.
Nope, not the case either.
Looks like Austin Mack is out.
Nope, not the case either. Again, we play with guys quite often that get treated all week and then end up being on our roster at the end of the week.
Yes.
We don't ever rule anybody out. I mean, people say, oh, you know, you got 3 wins, you know, can you rest guys? No. We look for the best 45 each and every week that are available to us, and that's the ones that are going to play. And obviously the guys that are starters, those are the best 45 we've been playing with. So when we decide that they're not ready, the next guys have to be ready. The guys in our hangar have to be ready, and that's their jobs. And at the end of the week, we decide who the 45 guys are and play with those guys, and the expectation is the same. Standards are the same.
Just to change the topic, which I'm sure you would like at this point, did you think anything when the schedule came out and you saw 3 games in a row on the road?
Nope. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever they put schedule up, we're gonna be ready for. I mean, the beauty of the schedule is it comes out far in advance. We're able to be ready for it. We schedule our practices accordingly. We let the guys know exactly what days we're practicing, what days are off, so that they can be, you know, brothers, husbands, and fathers, and they enjoy their time away from football. But when it's time to work, it's time to work. So whatever time we're afforded together, we take advantage of. So that schedule does not mean anything to us other than the dates we're playing and preparing.
What would it mean to you to potentially get through this stretch undefeated on the road?
I mean, if you show me the schedule, the expectation is to win every game. I mean, that's just the way we operate here. I'm not going to concede one game. We're not going to concede anything here. We prepare each and every week to win. And so I could care less about us being 3-0. I just want to win this week. And so you put them up, we're going to put them down. And you don't look any further than that. So our team is built on that identity and built on that work ethic and that belief. And so, you know, the object this week is to go 4-0, be 1-0 this week and get to 4-0. And if that accomplishes the goal you just said, I will be very proud of that start.
Coach, what was your assessment of last week's fourth quarter? Was it a lack of focus? Was it getting your foot off the gas?
No, I think they just made some plays, and you know, I give credit to the other team at times. You know, they kept fighting. We were fighting too. It's just they made more plays than us in the fourth quarter, and obviously, you know, do we call different plays up, you know, the points we were on offense? Sure. At the end of the game, we were just trying to run the clock out a little bit and trying to not to say we're not trying to get first downs, but we're doing things a little bit different than if the score is a little bit different. But we're not trying to give up anything either. So I give them credit. They were making plays, keeping us on the field, scoring points, making the game close, and therefore at the end of the game we needed to close it out, and that's what I'm proud of. I'm proud of the fact that we were able to close it out and still come away with a victory on the road.
Bethel-Thompson, obviously, you know, is a veteran. What can you tell us about the week of practice he's had?
He
has
no
looked,
problem.
from what I've seen at least, he has looked, you know, really.
Yeah, I mean, he looks how we expect him to look as a veteran who's, you know, operated our offense for basically a month and a half now. He's been in it. He understands it. You know, it's getting back in the swing of things though, because, you know, the way we operate here, the starter gets the majority of the reps, so the backups don't get a whole lot. And so unless they stay after practice and get throws, which he does, you're still not giving live reps with everybody. And, you know, that's what kind of got to get right back on the horse per se, to just kind of get back into rhythm. And I think that's what the 3 days have been about for him, is just kind of getting back in rhythm. The other thing is we're game planning, so it's not the same plays. So there's some nuances to all these plays, and he's trying to learn them, plus get reacclimated to everybody. So it's a little bit of a learning curve this week, but yeah, I think he's done a tremendous job, and I know he'll be prepared and ready to play. And then he's just got to go out and be himself. And that's all we ask of our guys. No one has to be a Superman on this team. Just do your job, do it to the best of your capabilities. We all have each other's back.
And when would you make it a good decision for a starting quarterback?
Yeah, we'll make it later today. I mean, just we have time right now to assess kind of how Davis felt today. Again, I say it, he's missed 3 days of practice and played a game, and that's what I lean on. When guys are capable of doing that, I don't ever leave out hope that they could end up coming back to play. So that's all those guys that missed practice this week. I'm going to give them all an opportunity to see what the trainers say, see what the doctors say, and if they all give them the thumbs up, then they're going. And if not, our roster's set up for the next man up, and the standards stay the same.
We've been seeing Levi Mitchell is putting up numbers that he never put up, even when he was considered the best in the league. What is he doing?
Well, I mean, I think Scott coaches him up extremely well. That's the first and foremost thing. I think he's taking what the defense gives you. Obviously, I think Scott's as good a game planner as there is, and I think Bo's an extension of Scott out there. I think he thinks the game very well. He obviously has a lot of talent. You know, he's been in the league long enough, and he's seen all the things a veteran should see in his position. I think he trusts things, and I think he's got some really good players around him too. So I think he's a solid quarterback. I think he's coached extremely well, and then obviously he has the ability to put up numbers at any moment. So we'll be ready for him, though. We'll be prepared and play him tough.
If Regis Sibassou has to play a bigger role, can he maybe inspire himself with David Dallaire? It's not the same position, but you know the impact that he was able to have.
Yeah, I mean, I you know, see with every opportunity or every time you get put in the lineup in different positions, or if you take on more of a role, you know, it's kind of up to you what you do with that opportunity. And all we ask of our guys is to do your job. So if we ask you to run routes, run them to the depth, the speed, the precision that we ask you. If the ball comes your way, make the play. You know, but the alignment, assignment, technique, and all that has to be done correct all the time. You know, if we're asking you to block, make sure you give great technique. Make sure you know who you're blocking. I think Regis can do all those things. It's just a matter of getting an opportunity. And if he seizes the moment, that's great for him and it's great for us. You know, but, you know, obviously he's here for a reason. We believe anybody that's in our building is capable of playing. It just, generally speaking, we have 45 guys that play, and we have guys that start and guys that are the guys waiting in the wings to come in. And, you know, he's going to get a great opportunity here, and it's just a matter of him just going out, again, being himself and doing the things he's been prepared to do and then making it happen.
You did it last year. You were 1-1-1. Now you could potentially be 3-0. So what's the difference this year?
Well, I think it's just execution, pretty much. The mentality never changed from the 23. We adjusted from 24. We started hot last year. We didn't finish hot. We finished cold. And I think that's where we're focused this year. It's pretty nice having the starter that we have, but we know that it means nothing if we can't play good football in November.
They say, you know, win your games at home, go 500 on the road. You could potentially now go 3-0 on the road, knowing that you have a lot of home games coming up. Well, you know, what is that?
It's going to help a lot, especially, you know, for the next game. It's possible getting a win with how the roster look like, how it is in the moment. So it's going to be big for the team and big for the organization if we can go get that win. And it's going to be important because I think it's going to send a message toward the leagues of what that football team is made of.
Do you enjoy being the hunter as opposed to the hunted?
Always. But I think it's mostly a media quote.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of football.
You know I'm in the media, eh?
Yeah, but I know I'm a player also.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I don't think there's a lot of team that feel that they're the hunted.
Okay, thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Levi, Mitchell, Kenny Lawler, est-ce que tu t'attends à une soirée occupée?
Ben, si tu regardes ce qu'ils ont été capables de produire, oui. Levi, c'est quelqu'un qui va prendre des passes profondes, qui va prendre aussi des décisions un peu risquées. Donc, je m'attends à un match, surtout, qui va essayer d'aller chercher les cibles, des cibles pour Kenny Lawler, pour essayer d'aller chercher le ballon puis créer des jeux. Donc, je pense que la tertiaire va avoir un match assez occupé, surtout si tu regardes leur moyenne de course comparativement aux 2 derniers matchs puis le pass. Donc, ça va être un bon match pour nous autres.
La semaine passée, vous avez un corps arrière un peu cowboy sur le sol avec Trey Ford cette semaine. Comme Jean dit, un corps arrière un peu cowboy avec ses passes. C'est quoi la différence dans la préparation?
Ben, quand tu es quelqu'un comme Trey Ford, c'est un athlète, tu sais que tu peux le faire sortir à l'extérieur de sa pochette. Généralement, s'il va à droite, il peut revenir à gauche, il peut courir pendant au moins 10 secondes dans le backfield. Fait que tu sais jamais qu'est-ce qui peut arriver, il faut toujours que tu restes à l'affût. Levi, c'est plus un système. Quarterback qui va rester en pochette, fait des très bonnes lectures. Il faut que tu sois capable de bien déguiser tes couvertures parce qu'il va être capable de dissecter la défensive, il va être capable de lire aussi ce que tu veux faire d'avance. Donc, ça va être important de s'assurer de jouer un football assez centre football, jouer à notre niveau. Puis, la différence pour moi, c'est vraiment au niveau du pre-snap read qui va être beaucoup plus flagrant si on lui montre quelque chose avant que le ballon soit snappé.
Une attaque unidimensionnelle comme ça, des carrières de classe, ça ne joue pas en votre faveur d'une certaine façon, de la façon surtout que vous avez en mesure de presser le carrière à l'adverse?
Ça joue à notre faveur. sais, je me dirais, ça m'étonnerait qu'ils regardent leur dernier match puis ils disent, bon, on va continuer sur la même tendance. Tu sais, on s'attend aussi que peut-être qu'ils vont essayer de donner plus de courses à leurs porteurs, à Bell, peut-être qu'ils vont essayer de changer un peu certaines choses, mais en même temps, leur identité est la même. Tu sais, ils ont les joueurs qui ont été payés, fait qu'ils vont essayer d'aller les utiliser. Donc, ça nous donne, c'est sûr, je ne dirais pas un avantage, mais une simplification. Ça se dit même pas,
Simplification.
Une simplification. J'ai mis un fil de plus, mais une simplification de plus au niveau des lectures. Fait il faut prendre avantage là-dessus, surtout.
Ton rôle personnel, l'équipe joue tellement différentes positions, une polyvalence qui est là. J'imagine que tu prends une fierté de cette polyvalence-là que tu as appliquée. On te voit dans secondaire intérieur, extérieur, dans tertiaire évidemment, mais des fois quasiment ça aligne.
Ouais, ben c'est vraiment la défensive de Noel Turp qui, si tu regardes nos joueurs de ligne défensive comme Isaac, où est-ce que des fois ils sont en couverture de passe, puis c'est un end. C'est vraiment, je pense, la polyvalence qu'il met dans cette défensive-là, puis qui essaie toujours d'innover. Puis je suis très content qu'il ait décidé aussi d'innover au poste de maraudeur. Donc, c'est être capable de jouer dans son système. Puis, il va essayer c'est comme il dit, get everyone impliqué. Je t'ai fait un autre anglicisme, je suis fatigué aujourd'hui. Mais il essaie vraiment d'impliquer tout le monde dans le système de jeu, puis de créer un peu une confusion au niveau des coordinateurs offensifs et des carrières, sans savoir trop où est-ce qu'on se situe. De sortir un peu de qu'est-ce qu'on fait généralement.
If you do, what does it mean? You got a chance to go back in there at the beginning of the season after only 3 games.
Well, I'm just worried about today. So, today was a challenging practice. We had a hot week, so there's a couple of mistakes here and there that I'd like to have back. But I think we have a really good unit that works hard all week, and I'm proud of that fact. So I'm happy to be a part of this group, and I'm just trying to play my role.
The offense is the Montreal Alouettes offense. How is it different when you're in the game? Is it?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to adapt to their offense, right? This is Coach Maas's offense, and I'm still learning it and picking up as we go. It's so dynamic. It's so multiple. There's so many different looks, so many very verbiage heavy. It's such a fun challenge to pick it up each week. We come in with new concepts each week. We come in with many new plays. And so every day is a physical challenge, but it's also emotional and mental challenge, which I truly enjoy. So I'm trying to catch up with them. So it's a lot of fun.
And how tough is it to catch up when you have so many player personnel movement? 81 wasn't there, 21 wasn't there. How tough is it to adjust?
Oh, it's great. I mean, that's the next man up, right? If you don't have a deep roster, you don't have a chance in the CFL. Someone's going to go down at some point each week. So we feel like we have a deep roster. We feel like we're going to have guys that can step up, and that's the challenge this week. So just take it one play at a time and enjoy the moment, enjoy the guys that are out there, and we get to play football. It's wonderful.
At this stage of your career as a vet, is it like the perfect timing to be in this offense, to have this challenge to learn? And
it's incredible, right? Like, it keeps me learning each week. It keeps me hungry. It keeps me, finding the edges of what I'm not so good at and what I am good at. And there's no better game. There's no better profession. There's nothing that can challenge you emotionally, physically, and spiritually like football does. And so it's awesome to be with, in Coach Maas's offense with a QB coach like Coach AC that push you every day. So it's like, what else would you want to be doing in life but learning?